Three and above. That's just a variant. Of course, there are 4 variants on offer. This one sits right at the top. There is pack 1 and above, pack 2 and above, pack 3, and this one. Now, all of that has a same front grille, as you can see. This LED light bar is of course there on all the variants of the car, and well, the entire design, as you can see, has been taken from the XEV 9e. The S obviously stands for space, sportiness, and maybe something more, but that's the basis of all of that. And if you see closely, you can see remnants of how Mahindra has managed to put that XEV 9e DNA into this car. It is of course based on the InGlow platform, which is why it is flexible, it's stretchable, and that's how the 7 seats have been made possible. Now, the silhouette is where I want to, basically push your attention to, because right up to here, it's very much the XEV 9e. Now, this portion, post the C-pillar, is where things kind of get a little SUV-ish, because you see this wonderful bit here. Now, you might think that, oh my god, the 9e slopes downwards, and this one is quite straight, which is right. You're absolutely right on that. But of course, that design is borrowed from none other than the XUV 700. That's why the first thing I told you was, is it a blend between the XUV 700 and the 9e? Well, this part here just brings me back to that point, because even this part, if you see the rear tail lamp, even the rear spoiler, everything looks pretty much similar to the XUV 700. And this nebula blue, of course, adds to that. So it is a proper SUV in stance. And yes, alloy wheels too are part of the package. Very nicely done, absolutely on par with what the industry offers. 18-inch alloy wheels on offer, and nice and huge and chunky, and fill up these wheel wells really well. Now come to the rear. I'll give you some understanding of what the rear looks like. Not much drama at the rear. You have very simple lights as you had on the XUV 700. No connecting lights as such. It's very, very clean, very, very simple SUV. Now, this is where the company has says that it has made a lot of, breakthrough in. Now, this might not look like much space because 7 people inside and all their luggage definitely not go. But then again, you push these two, you have more than 500 liters of space on offer. It's nice to see them, completely flat. It's really good to see that. So yeah, I mean, if you go to see, as a 5-seater, that's the kind of space the XEV 9e already had, right? So why would you go in for this? But then again, you kind of start thinking about how Mahindra wanted people to buy this car, especially with 7 seats. Now, consumers wanted it, Mahindra delivered. That's the jargon that we are getting. But then again, this space, if 7 people are sitting here, this space pretty much becomes absolutely useless when it comes to, putting in any of the luggage. Now, another part that I'm very curious about, it's packed to the hilt with features. But you have no button here to basically close the rear door. That's a bit of a worry. It's still very much manual. It's not automatic at all. So, I mean, yeah, this is basic, right? Now, before we get inside the car, let me talk about the battery packs on offer. The base variant comes with 2 battery packs, 59 kilowatt hour and 79 kilowatt hour. Yes, you get the option of a less and a bigger battery pack as well. And all of the battery packs that are available cross the 200 bhp mark, which is great. There is also a 70 kilowatt hour battery pack which has been included in this. Never before has it come into a Mahindra. And that's a big deal, because now that battery pack might see itself get into other cars as well. Very interesting note there. However, now as you can see, that these are the top end variant, that is the pack 3 and the pack 3 above, will come with a 79 kilowatt hour battery pack, which obviously means more range there and of course more power on offer. It's very interesting how Mahindra has played it. Well, it says 4 variants and it's giving a lot more power right from the base. It's very interesting in terms of strategy, but that's also because it costs more. Alright, first things first, there is so much to talk about in the XEV 9S. S is all about space, it's all about kind of bringing in a sense of enjoyment into the cabin as well. That is why the 12.3 inch 3 screens that you see, the 12.3 inch screens, they are a part of standard equipment. That steering wheel, part of standard equipment. Panoramic sunroof, standard. That's what gets you excited. It's actually a very long list, and I've been trying to figure out what all is standard in this car. 6 airbags are standard, 18-inch wheels are standard. You get the illuminated logo. I spoke about the panoramic sunroof. DRLs are standard, and rear parking sensors, electronic braking, and all of that is pretty much part of standard equipment. No, you don't get ventilated seat as standard, but that's okay. You don't really need them, right? At 19 lakh rupees, you get all of that in an electric car. I think that's where Mahindra has hit the sweet spot. The pack 1 and above actually makes a lot of sense for those who want to get into, say, an electric vehicle. But let me talk about that later. Let me just talk about how this cabin flourishes out. Now, this is the pack 3 and above, which is the top end model. So you get a lot of things here. You get soft touch materials right here. These obviously screens are there, and it's black treatment here, white treatment on the sides, and that also gives you the sense of space on the inside too, because of the panoramic sunroof and because of the lighter shades. These obviously are ventilated seats, and you get them up front and at the back as well in the pack 3 and above. Now, the sense of space is immense in this car, which is why you feel that this is a big SUV, and that's what Mahindra wants you to feel. Even the XEV 9e, you do have that sense of a big, massive SUV that you're driving, and that sense continues here too. So it's exciting what Mahindra has managed to pack in a car like this, especially when it knows it has rivals like the Harrier and Safari out there. So from my standpoint, this is meant for kids. I don't think a 6-footer like me will ever manage to sit here. I have 0 or maybe -1 headroom back here, and I am cramped right up. I mean, only I know how I have managed to get inside here. It's a massive pain, frankly. But you know what? For those who are maybe 5'5", 5'6", 5'4" even, I think they will easily manage to sit here and will be comfortable. The thing is that this seat is rather upright. So is this. This won't go back, which is why you again have 0 under thigh support and you sit with your legs up. So you are going to hit this anyway. That's challenging, especially in a row like this. So in a way, for me, though it is not for kids, it is for adults, but those who are, say, around 5'4" to 5'6". Now, the good part about the second row is that I'm not as cramped as I was in the third row. But still, you get the option of sliding this in front and according to your preference at the back as well. You can also recline this seat to go front and back a bit, so that the kind of the angle is a little inclined to give you better rest for your lumbar and of course under thigh support as well. So it's a good space to be in. Very simple. You get charging points here. You get charging points here as well. You also have the scope of putting entertainment system here if you enjoy that kind of thing. Overall, very simple, and yes, 3 people can easily sit here. There is no challenge at all. Okay, finally the price. 19,95,000 rupees is where it starts, and it covers a wide spectrum of 10 lakh rupees as well through the entire variants on offer. Interesting strategy by Mahindra then, because the rivals that it considers here are the Harrier EV and even the Kia Carens Clavis EV. Now both of these don't have the kind of features or the kind of options that Mahindra has to offer. Now there are a couple of features that go missing, like V2L technology, even powered tailgate. I think these were simpler to handle but couldn't be made, but let's not get into those details right now. However, we'll get to know how this car does very soon, because bookings will start from December itself and deliveries begin from 23rd of January. So let's wait and watch how this car does. I really hope Mahindra, with everything that it's thrown at its consumers, well, kind of gets the best out of it.